What's going on, guys? Seancutshair back with another video, and real quick before we get into it, guys, we got 2 days before my wedding. If you guys haven't yet, head over to Seancutshair.com, use the discount code SeanGetsMarried. You guys can save 25%. Go show some love. I really would appreciate it. Hook me up with some money for the honeymoon. That's kind of a joke, but I appreciate you guys. Head over, check out the merch. I got lots of merch, got some new stuff coming as well. So you guys got 2 days, Thursday night and Friday for the rest of the day, to save 25% using the code SeanGetsMarried. But I appreciate you guys. Let's get right into the video. All right, we're gonna start this video off. We're gonna section the top. This is an undercut, disconnected haircut, so we're gonna section it off. We'll go in and start on the sides. We're gonna come in with a number 2 all the way closed. This is on my Wahl cordless with the Philthy mod with the Andis blade. So this is a number 2 on the purple guards. It is all the way closed. We're just gonna go in. You can see when I get up close to that long hair, I'm gonna go ahead and hold the long hair out of the way so I can make sure that I don't hit any of that. Then I'll come in immediately underneath that with a 1.5, and we're gonna cut the rest of this side down to a 1.5, connecting to that 2 that we started with. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna start to edge up the C cup. I wanna leave that dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and edge it up so that I know I'm gonna leave all the hair dark before we go in and do the fade. So that's just gonna show me where it is and make sure that I leave the hair where I want it so we can keep that dark C cup. Now we'll come in, we're gonna do our bald guideline, and like I said, I wanna leave the dark C cup. So we're gonna treat it like a burst fade in the front, and then we'll drop the line in the back. Of course, I'm coming in with my Slimlines to create the bald guideline, and then I'll come in with my shaver underneath that and get it all the way down to skin. All right, now we're gonna come in. This is the Wahl Senior with the Philthy mod again. We're gonna use it with the lever all the way open, and we're gonna create our first guideline. About 3/4 of an inch up, you'll see that we'll cover that whole C cup in the front area, and we will fade to the side when we get up there, just like a burst fade, and then we'll just follow that all the way around the back. When we get to the other side, we'll decide how we're gonna connect those two together. Now that we have that started, we'll come in with our clipper all the way closed, and we're gonna start to work that guideline out. So the bottom third of this section will be done with the clipper closed. We are flicking out slightly. You can see the clipper is coming into the line and then flicking out. And then the second line there will be used with the clipper halfway open in the second third of this section. So we're gonna break this section down into 3, closed at the bottom, halfway open in the second third, and then open in the top third. So you can see now with the clipper halfway open, that's gonna blend this section together. Once we get it established, we'll come in and we'll play with the lever a little bit until we're happy with this section before we move up. All right, now we're gonna come in with the 1 guard all the way open. And you know we started with a 1.5, so this is gonna basically connect right into that 1.5. We'll just go in. We're not really gonna treat it like a section. We are gonna only go up high enough as if we were putting a hard line in, but you guys can see that's gonna connect to that 1.5, so we won't have to. Then we'll immediately come back in with it closed, and you can see that start to connect it. If there's anything left between the open section and the one closed, our half guard will take that out. Now we're coming in with the half guard, and you guys can see that's going to polish up anything that we have left, and this side will be nice and clean. Now we're just going to polish it up. So I'm going to come back with my one guard and get any spots that I see between that 1.5. You can see right where I'm going right now. You can see it's a little bit dark. So I'm going to start with it open, touch it up, and then I'll close it up anywhere I need. And I'm just trying to get this side to look nice and smooth without any dark spots or imperfections, and then we'll move on. All right, we'll go in and start on this side. We're going to do the same thing. So we already did the 2 and the 1.5, and now we'll come in and edge up the C cup. She brought me a design that she wanted, so you guys will see me start to etch this design in, and then we will do a little bit of fade around it and connect it to the other side. And guys, these are the Gamma Absolute Hitter, new and improved edition. You've seen me use them quite a bit. I can definitely say I would recommend them. So if you guys are looking for a nice sharp trimmer that's going to do nice lines, I would definitely recommend these. All right, we're going to start on our design. It's going to come up over the ear and thicken up at the front right towards her eye. So I'm just going to sketch it in, and then we will flip the trimmer upside down and make it a little bit thicker in the front. It's basically going to be the shape of a notch part. And in the back here, it will disconnect, and there will be 2 notch parts curved away from the initial line. So like normal, guys, we're just going to go in little by little. We just want to start the lines, and then we can use our trimmer and start to make them thicker until we're happy with the shape. And it's very important that you get the top line sharp, and you also flip the trimmer upside down and get the bottom line sharp. And like you guys have probably heard me say before, I'm not probably going to come in with a razor on this. I like to keep her skin as less irritated as I can, so I'll try to just use my trimmers, go over it nice and slow until it's nice and clean without causing too much irritation. So you guys can see it coming together, just kind of a thick line coming to a point behind her ear, and then 2 notch parts coming out of that. And then we'll come in here and do a little bit of a fade to kind of spice this side up. So you can see based on this guideline, basically going to treat this like a super low fade. So I'm just going to kind of take the hair out around the design, and we're going to fade up under it so that we have some gradients there. I don't want to lose the design sharpness, so I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to go in here and do our ball guideline, and then we will fade up slightly underneath the design. So of course we'll start with our slimlines. We're going to start to flick that line out. That's going to be the bottom of this section. Then we'll come in with our closed clipper above that and work our way up. This is, I think, actually an open 1 on this side. So you guys will see this will connect pretty easy. So we'll come in now. I think the lever is all the way open, and then I'll come back with it closed and work that bottom line out. Now the clipper's closed. We're going to work with the corner of the blade since this is such a curved guideline. We're just going to work that line out. We'll continue to work this section until we're happy with it. If you guys are watching this, I am 2 days away from getting married. I want you guys to know I piled up a bunch of videos. I'm going to get married. I'm going to go on my honeymoon, but I got plenty of content for you guys, so I will continue to drop content the whole time. But just so you know, I'm doing 6 voiceovers in a row tonight. So it's been a long day at work. I came home, ate dinner with my future wife, and now I'm sitting in the office banging out some voiceovers for you guys. So we're gonna keep the content coming. You guys know the channel's growing, and I appreciate all you guys that watch all these videos. And as soon as I get back from the honeymoon, I will hopefully have the wedding video for you guys, for those of you who want to see it. I'm gonna try not to work on it on the trip, but we'll see. So anyways, we're gonna go back in here. We're gonna clean this up now that we have the fade in there. I just wanna make sure the lines are nice and sharp, and then we'll work on how we're gonna connect it to the back. All right, so I'm gonna start just by fading the rest of this. So we're gonna go ahead with our 1.5 and start to clean that up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this side ready. We need to decide how we're gonna connect the designs on one side to the fade on the other. So I started with a 1.5. We know that was what majority of this side was. Now I'm gonna come in with a little bit of clipper over comb and just clean up that bulk going into the top. And then we'll deal with what's underneath that and figure out how we're gonna connect it all together. So this is an open 1. We know that we did the 1.5. Underneath that, we'll come in with the open 1, which is what the whole other side is, above the design. And then once this hair at the bottom is cut out of the way, we will figure out how we're gonna connect that. And that's something you guys have to just kind of look at what you have. You can see that we have hair on this side, we have a fade on the other side. So we have to figure out how to connect those two. All right, so I decided to do a double outline here. So we're just gonna come in, we're gonna double outline the back of these notch parts. That will give us some bald that we can make. Basically, we're gonna make a guideline next to the notch parts, and we'll connect that to the fade on the other side, and it will just fade away as it comes over to this side. You guys can see, I'm just gonna make those lines nice and clean. Then I'll bald out everything underneath and take the very top of that line over to the fade, and we'll just connect it all. So there's our initial guideline. Then we'll come in with our open clipper. We know we have a 1 above that. So we'll start with the open clipper with a regular section, and we'll connect it all together. All right, we didn't take any off the top this time, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna come in here with some product. We will throw it in. This is 245 Indestructible Clay. We're just gonna style it up nice and messy for her, and you guys can check out the end result. All right, there's the before, guys. You can see, grown out on the sides, no design. This was a vacation cut for her. And there's the end result, guys. I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys next time.